Well, first, Connie Marks is the filmmaker of Being Elmo. I scored Connie's first film, which came to Sundance in '97. And so it's wonderful to be back working with her, of course. I've been hearing about this project for years. Elmo is played by Kevin Clash, who has an amazing story. It's the story of Kevin and how Kevin goes from being a teenager who only wants to be a puppeteer. It's all he ever wanted to do. Then one day sees Sesame Street on TV, Jim Henson and the Muppets. That's what he wants to do, he decides. And from the projects of Baltimore, he becomes Elmo, basically. And it's the story of that whole transition. And it's an absolutely magical tale. His story is just wonderful. It's a completely inspirational story, and it was so much fun to do. For me, doing a lot of documentaries, it was so nice not to do something where it was about war, someone getting killed, some sort of mental illness or anything else. And all of that's great, but this was such a nice diversion, and so good. You know, there's a lot of emotional things that Kevin went through as he's growing up. So a lot of that is taken a little more on the serious side. So the score tends to be more, I would say introspective, thought-provoking, smaller groups, a lot of piano and some strings. And then there's a lot of exciting celebratory stuff, which is all around the map. It can be rock and roll, it can be funk, it can be, we did some like 60s retro music when they go to London. It's a whole lot of stuff. It's a journey, the whole thing. I don't know if it's part of Sundance per se, but the State Department has a number of films now that it takes on tour. I'm not sure exactly what the details of it are, to be honest with you. But last year there was a film I did called Racing Dreams, which Marshall Curry, who was an Oscar-nominated filmmaker, that he directed, was on it. And this year there's a film called When We Were Here, which is Anne Makepeace's film, which is on tour also. I've been an ASCAP member for 25 years now, something like that. And it's been a great time if I think about going through all that time and learning the process and everything. And ASCAP is so great at helping to maintain and let others know about the value of what we all do as songwriters and composers, and standing up for that and fighting for our rights, basically, in that regard, and making sure that we all get our fair share. And I think ASCAP is absolutely an invaluable society.